Peace, love, and light, Leo, and welcome to your general love reading. If you're new here, my name is Ty, and I'm super happy to have you. Hopefully you take a look around, like what you see, and hit the subscribe button. If you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. I truly appreciate all of the love and the support. You guys, we're going to get right into this, but for those of you who are not familiar with how this works, it is a general reading, so everything won't resonate. Please take only what resonates and leave the rest for somebody else. Roles are interchangeable. Place yourself where you see fit, okay? Energy is fluid. Time is an illusion, okay? I know that's a lot, but I'll explain as we go along if I need to. So let's get into it. I'm going to pull for your energy right now, how you're feeling. Tell me about, and Leo, you know, in the pre-shuffle, I'm sorry about that. Let me put this on silent, even though it's my son, so it's going to keep making noise. Sorry about that. As I was saying, Leo, I feel like as of late, you've been spending a lot of time with yourself and healing from a lot of things. In the pre-shuffle, I did see the Star card, which tells me that you are feeling really fulfilled. You're feeling really at peace. And I feel like because of where you are, energetically, emotionally, because of your current state and the kind of energy that you're already embodying, you are about to call in a lot of very beautiful things, okay? Because you already are, like I said, embodying all of those beautiful things. So let's get into it. Spirit, tell me about what is the current energy for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and love. How is Leo feeling? How is Leo feeling? Give me the overall energy. How is Leo feeling in love? What is the energy for Leo in love? Okay, Three of Swords. Interesting. I do get the sense that this Three of Swords is showing up as in you are healing from these past hurts. You are healing from those things that caused you a lot of pain. Yeah, the Page of Wands. So I feel like right now you are on a quest, you know. I'm not going to take that. You're on a quest right now, and I feel like you're on, yeah, look, Chariot comes out as I say that. I feel like you're on a quest to find yourself. You're on a quest to get to know yourself, okay? Yeah, Seven of Cups. I feel like you are looking at all of the options around you. Yeah, the Sun card. This is you showing up in your reading. Like, I feel like you are highlighting the areas that need to be addressed, right? Like you're taking the time out to really focus on yourself. That's what I'm getting here. I do feel like you are in the process of like following those creative sparks, or following you know, the things that make you feel good inside, that make you feel inspired. Tell me about that Three of Swords for how Leo is feeling. The Four of Pentacles. One more, please, for Three of Swords for how Leo is feeling. And the High Priestess. Yeah, so I feel like there's a lot of work going on inside, and I feel like for many of you, you have you've either in the recent past or still currently have been very closed off to love. And I don't feel that in a heavy way, in a negative way. I feel like you have been closed off because you know that you need to address certain things. And I feel like you've been closed off because you've really been trying to strengthen your connection with divine, strengthen your connection with source, strengthen your discernment, so that when someone does come along, you are able to discern whether or not this is something that, or someone who resonates with you, who is in alignment with, you know, your morals, values, the things that you desire. What is the Page of Wands here? The Page of Swords. Yeah, I really do feel like you are in the process of just getting to know yourself. Some of you might be in the process of getting in the early stages of getting to know someone else, and you haven't really opened up to them yet, okay? you're still learning each other, you're still learning them, but I feel like you feel positive about that connection. Okay, for those of you who are currently dealing with somebody, tell me about the Chariot. Ooh. The Two of Swords. Yeah, and I feel like for those of you who are already, who there's somebody in your energy already, you're really trying to figure out, again, trying to discern whether or not this is something that can move forward. But it's definitely in the early stages. For those of you who have children, I feel like you really just have been giving not just more to yourself, but more to your children, right? So I feel like in the past, I feel like you're in a space where the things from the past, the hurts from the past, you want to heal those so that you don't pass that on to your children. And also, like, you're realizing how much of your focus was going elsewhere, was going to other places. And so I feel like now it's like you're really, I'm not going to take these, but I do see the Judgment card and I do see the Page of Cups. And I just feel like, yeah, with the Two of Swords there, you're really trying to make wiser decisions as far as where your energy goes, where your attention goes. Ten of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like a lot of you are just focusing right now on your family. It could be your friendships, right? Strengthening those bonds and just strengthening the bonds between the people that you care about. I'm not talking about romantic love. Some of you who are in relationships or commitments where you experienced a rough patch, I feel like you're in the process of really figuring out what you need to do in order to heal those connections, right? Or strengthen that current connection. Even if that's like with a person, let's say you're somebody who has kids with somebody, or you're married and you went through some sort of a separation due to a certain issue. I feel like right now, Leo, you're focusing on how to heal that, on how to repair the damage from the past, right? How do I heal this? How do I repair this so that it is strengthened and we can move forward? But the Ten of Cups says, yeah, you're really focusing. For those of you who are single, you're focusing on your children, if you have children with someone else, and giving your time and your love and your attention to them, and that's bringing you a lot of joy. And for others of you, this is about really just doing the things that bring you peace of mind, that bring you that tranquility. I feel like you're not in the space to entertain drama, right? It's like love and light only, okay? But I do see the Eight of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So with that, the Ten of Cups and the Sun, I do feel like for those of you who are not currently in a connection or a committed relationship or anything like that, something is coming in, and I feel like it's something that's really gonna you're attracting. That's what I want to say. It's something that you're attracting because of the work that you're doing on yourself, because you are becoming the person that you desire, because you are embodying that high vibrational energy, that love, because you are in your in that feminine energy, even for men, okay, even for my masculine, you are embodying just that very peaceful, receptive. It's like not going off the deep end, not feeling like you need to jump down everybody's throat. I feel like many of my Leos are, out here, like if something happens, it's like, oh, all right, cool. Like I just kind of letting it fly over your head. Not to say that you don't note things, but it's like, I feel like you're learning to release things. I feel like you are really focusing on the things that you've harbored for a long time and learning to shine a light on them, so that you can, again, heal those things and address those things that need to be addressed. Let's put these back in and let's shuffle again, and let's look into the person on your mind. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in love. Yeah, and a lot of you, if you've been clear throughout this time, that clarity is only going to intensify now that all of these retrogrades are, on their way out and the energy is like subsiding. Okay. Spirit, tell me about the person on Leo's mind. Tell me about the person on Leo's mind or in Leo's energy. Tell me about love for Leo. The Page of Swords. Tell me more. Love for Leo, the person on their mind. What is the energy around them in love? Okay, bottom of the deck, we do have the Five of Cups. The Six of Wands. The Strength card. There's you. I was going to say, yeah, there's you again. So you came out twice. Came out with the Sun and you came out with Strength. So you're really, I feel like you are really improving your self-awareness, right? Like you, sorry, you guys, I have something going on over here. You're really self-aware, I feel. I need to dig into that Five of Cups. Tell me more about the person on Leo's mind or love for Leo. The Judgment card, I'm going to take them both. We got the Devil that fell out, and we got the Judgment card that finally made its way out again. And I need two more. I don't want this to go over 15 minutes, you guys. Two more here. Okay. Queen of Wands. More Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. There's a lot of fire here. So you are definitely feeling yourself, okay? And the Hermit. Yeah, so I do feel like bottom of the deck, you get the Seven of Pentacles, okay? I'll clarify some of this. So as of right now, Leo, I do feel like you're spending a lot of time by yourself if it's not with like friends or family. I feel like outside of like those very close-knit relationships, you're not really giving of yourself to anybody right now. The Strength card tells me that you are holding back. With the Hermit here is like you're spending time with yourself, finding out what makes you tick, right? Why you tick. You're really sitting with yourself, trying to gain that clarity, that insight, raising your vibration, isolating yourself in a good way, right? This is me time. Nobody's going to disturb my peace. I feel like you are in a very peaceful space. I do feel like there may be somebody who has their eye on you, who may feel like they missed out on an opportunity with you, who may feel like they regret not. It was like somebody who didn't give you attention or didn't acknowledge you or what you meant to them. I feel like there may be somebody in your energy like that, right? Because the Page of Swords is like somebody who's being curious, somebody who's looking at you on social media, or just trying to inquire about you, because with that Five of Cups, I just feel like and the Devil here, I feel like there was something here that didn't go anywhere, like it didn't move forward, and the person can't seem to, like they find themselves thinking about you, or vice versa. Okay, the Judgment card here says, if you are feeling like you haven't been able to move forward, then you really need to take a look at what you're holding on to, right? What negative traits are you still living, right? Are you still living your life very single, very out there, craving the attention from the crowd? And that is what's bringing you, that's the life that you live. And it's kind of like, look at whether or not how that's played out for you, right? So if you've been doing the same thing and you're expecting a different result, it's kind of like, yeah, you're not gonna, find genuine, authentic, real love if you're moving in these streets wild, crazy, okay? Because the Devil here, I just feel like that being directly underneath the Five of Cups is like, I feel like there might be behavioral patterns that you may have that are definitely holding you back from, you not just gaining the insight that you need, but just like stopping you from, calling in the things that you want. For those of you who are still in that, you know, and I'll dig into that in a little bit. That might be for one or two people only. The bottom of the deck is the Seven of Pentacles, because I feel like many of you, the majority of you, are really investing in yourself, right? I'm committed to bettering myself. I'm committed to improving my life. I'm committed to myself right now. Please clarify this Five of Cups here for Leo in love. Yeah, I feel like somebody, okay, now Three of Cups came out. I feel like somebody is spending a lot of time partying. Okay, you could be partying a lot, you could be drinking a lot, or you could just have multiple partners. And I feel like if that's, you know, if this part of the reading resonates with you, then that's something that's really draining you of your energy, okay, and is really holding you back from you awakening to these new things that are coming in for you, or calling in the life that you want. Clarify the Devil here for Leo in love. Okay, for some of you, because I got the Three of Swords, okay, so some of you are getting over a heartbreak, getting over, you know, you feel like somebody was just deceptive, lied to you, right? You're getting over unhealthy love, and you're in a space where you're like, you know what, I don't have any more room for that in my life, right? I don't have any more room for the superficial relationships, the superficial conversations, the superficial connections. I'm done with that. I'm moving forward, even if it's moving forward by myself. Excuse me, the Six of Wands, she's by herself in this card, but she's getting a lot of recognition, right? And the Queen of Wands is usually someone who is single, okay? Because or lives their life as if they were single. So I feel like this, again, for those of you that this other part of the story is for, I feel like some of you been outside and just running rampant with other people, and you may have been in a connection and you still lived your life as if you were single, or you vice versa. Place yourself where you see fit, okay? But I'm getting several storyline lines here. Right? Many of you who are going through this awakening, right, with the Judgment card here, is like, yeah, you're moving past those low vibrational connections, okay? If you are, you know, and I feel like you're feeling really confident. It's like, you know, this person, the person on here is like dancing to their own tune, right? To the tune of their own horn. So I feel like that's you right now, Leo. Like, you're doing your own thing. You're feeling confident. The Strength card is here. You're like, look, I've been through a lot. I overcame the storm. I overcame whatever went on in the past. And now I'm just trying to get to know myself. I'm trying to rise higher. I'm trying to continue to vibrate higher. And so I feel like right now, love is something that might be on a pause for you, Leo. And again, this is not the story for everybody. Okay, but if it's your story, then things are just right now deliberately on pause. I'm surprised I don't see the Hangman here. Okay, tell me about this Strength card. But I feel like, yeah, the Four of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so the Four of Swords in the reverse could also indicate that you've been doing all that work. You've been healing a lot. Okay, we're getting to the point where it's time to reintegrate, okay? Knight of Cups, because I do sense that there is an offer coming in. Give me one for this Hermit here. I'm not going to take that. The Hermit here, clarify the Hermit for Leo in love. And we are over the 15-minute mark. Four of Cups. Yeah. So I do feel like you're isolating yourself and you don't want to miss out. This has been a thing. I feel like a lot of, and you know what it is? A lot of the collective that are really in alignment and are, tapped in. I feel like they are spending time with themselves. So much so that, you know, it's almost to the point where it's kind of like you're isolating. But I feel like this is an isolation to recharge, okay? Tell me more here about what's coming in for Leo in love. Options, okay. Leo in love. Okay, that was a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them because of the way they came out. So I got the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Cups, and the Tower. So I do feel like there is gonna be from the Six of Cups to the from the Six of Cups to the Seven of Cups. So I do feel like something is shifting, and this is happening for everybody right now. There is an awakening. I feel like you're awakening to the things that really, again, bring harmony into your life, make you feel seen, heard, bring you the most peace, and that you feel aligned with. I think the things that resonate. The Six of Cups is a card of soulmate energy, and it is a card of the past. So it could be that someone from your past unexpectedly turns up, and it could be that you just happen to run into them. And I say that because I feel like you got the Wheel of Fortune here and you got the Tower here, and it's kind of giving me the between a rock and a hard place. So I feel like you might find yourself in a space where it's just kind of like, oh shoot, like, you know, you literally butt heads with them nearly, right? It's kind of like there's nowhere to go. Here we are. And it doesn't have to be somebody that you were romantically involved with, you know, before. It could just be an old friend, somebody that you used to work with, and all of a sudden, like, this new connection changes a lot for you. That's what I feel. For some of you, that may just be an opportunity for something else, okay? It could be an opportunity, you know, as far as we're doing a love reading, but I do feel like you're creating opportunities for yourself. So that could come in the form of many things, okay? It could be an opportunity in partnership, not just love, all right? Work. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling right now. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Page of Cups. So something definitely is coming in for you unexpectedly. And for those of you who have been like doing this work, I feel like that is going to start to show. I do want to say this. I did just hear Spirit say, you know, and this is the story for just maybe one of you, but everything in the dark comes to light, okay? So I feel like if you are still stuck in this darkness, if Leo, this is you, or it could be your person, this person is still stuck in this darkness, I feel like they're gonna have a really rude wake-up call. Yeah, Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Something is going to happen. There are some truths that are going to be revealed, but somebody's going to be exposed here, and not in a good way. That's really going to force you to wake up. Please tell me about one more here to close out. One more here to close out. Anything else? Yeah, the Knight of Swords. I definitely think that there's some sort of communication coming in. Temperance. I feel like somebody is tempering themselves, literally, like holding themselves back from reaching out to you, from communicating with you. And this could be that they want to get together for coffee. It could be that they want to get together for lunch. But I feel like there's something that's coming in unexpectedly. You're not seeing this because you're so focused on yourself, okay? For those of you who are, you know, part of that other storyline, get right. Get right with yourself. Get right with God. It's time to awaken. It's time to really, you know, get grounded and be discerning. Be intentional about how you spend your time and your choices in people and partnerships, because yeah, I just don't see, for the few of you who have struggled in that area, something major is about to go down, okay? Leo, I hope this brought you clarity. I hope that it brought you some sort of direction, okay, or just some insight. If you enjoyed this reading, please go ahead and comment down below. Give your girl a like. It does help my channel. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you all. If you're interested in a personal reading, all of that information and my social media will be in the description box below. I love you all. Thank you so much. Peace, love, and light. Mwah.